September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while.
Hey everybody. So today is the day. Tonight, the premiere of Surviving R. Kelly, it's a 3-night event, is going to start tonight, and social media is abuzz. Everybody that I know is talking about it, and a lot of people are going to watch it. So I'm asking you guys, are you tuning in? And what do you expect to see from it? Now, let me just say this. I was an R. Kelly fan for a really long time. I was an R. Kelly fan back in the day when he was with Public Announcement. I guess I'm just telling my age in a little bit like that. But anyway, I was always conflicted about R. Kelly. But I've recently, maybe in the last few months or so, finally came to the conclusion that I couldn't support this man anymore and that he is indeed a predator. I mean, the signs have always been there, but it's one of those hard things, not necessarily supporting the man, but I still was rocking with his music. Now I can't even do both. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because this is coming out, Lifetime has decided to air some things about Aaliyah. This morning they aired like a little documentary about Aaliyah. And tonight, before the premiere of Surviving R. Kelly, they're also going to play that really, really, really bad movie that Wendy Williams produced about Aaliyah. Because Aaliyah's name is basically coming up in this documentary tonight, her mom, Diane Houghton, had to come out and basically fire back at some allegations that were made from a former dancer of R. Kelly's. According to this dancer, R. Kelly's backup singer said she saw him having sex with 15-year-old Aaliyah. Javante Cunningham, who appears in tonight's episode of the upcoming documentary series Surviving R. Kelly, was a backup singer for R. Kelly in the early 90s. She claims they were out on the road with Aaliyah, and there were times when they used to sneak her out of the hotel rooms and take her all over the place. She also claims that they were laying in their bunks on the tour bus, and everybody was chilling and laughing, and the room door flew open, and there was R. Kelly and Aaliyah having sex. She also basically states over time she saw R. Kelly engage in sexual encounters with a number of underage girls. So that is actually going to be on part 1 of this documentary tonight. Now, me personally, I don't think that Javante Cunningham is a hero. If she witnessed all of this, she's no hero because she sat around for years up until now and said nothing about him engaging with Aaliyah or with other underage girls. But anyway, Aaliyah's mom decided to fire back on this woman and basically said that everything she said was a lie. So Diane Houghton put out a statement, basically, and I'm going to read it to you guys. It's a little long, so bear with me. It says, the woman and so-called backup singer in the forthcoming Surviving documentary that describes seeing, meeting, or ever breathing the same air as my daughter Aaliyah is lying and is a liar. My husband and I were always on tour with her and at interviews in every place she went throughout her entire career. Whoever this woman is, I have never seen her before anywhere on the planet Earth until now. These lies and fabrications cannot be tolerated and allowed to be spewed from the forked tongues of saboteurs of Aaliyah's legacy. My daughter only wanted to realize her dream of sharing her talent with the world and give her all performing on stage and in front of the camera for the fans she adored so much. She realized that dream thanks to those true fans who still love and support her legacy unconditionally to this day. Shame on all those involved in this project who thought it kosher to drag Aaliyah's name into a situation that has nothing to do with her today. Once again, this will not be tolerated. Sincerely, Diane Houghton. Now, let me say this. I loved Aaliyah. I was a freshman in college when Aaliyah came on the scene with R. Kelly. I got the CD. I don't know. I guess I'm telling my age again. Some of y'all may remember when you used to be able to get like the 12 CDs, I think for like a penny. So I sent off for it and I got Aaliyah's CD and I love that CD. I wore that CD out in my freshman year of college. But because I lived during that time, there were things that were a bit off about their relationship. Now, me personally, I hate that she's getting drugged up into this. She should be able to rest in peace and not have her name drugged in this. However, Aaliyah does play a huge part in this story simply because she was an underage girl. And then, like I said, if you were living through that time when you saw age ain't not but a number and you saw R. Kelly and Aaliyah together, they did seem a little too friendly. It's true. And we cannot deny the fact that there is evidence of a marriage certificate out there. Now, when I was watching the documentary this morning, Aaliyah's former publicist said that, when this whole thing blew up, he was instructed by her father to say that they were never married, that this never happened. There was no marriage ever. Now, there's other conflicting reports that said that the marriage was annulled. I still think that they were married. That is my honest opinion. I do think that there was a marriage that took place between Aaliyah and R. Kelly. That's just how I feel, because again, I remember when this all blew up, it was in the Vibe magazine. Me and my friends were like reading the whole article, and we truly believed this happened. So basically what this tells us is that he has always had inappropriate relationships with young girls. There's a lot of young girls that, went to his former high school that came out and said that he used to basically troll the high schools for young girls. Now, I believe that. I don't think that young girls should necessarily be blamed for being enamored with this man. I mean, this is R. Kelly, for goodness sake. So I could see Aaliyah and him having that kind of relationship. They seem very, very friendly. Okay. Now, what I will say is I don't feel sorry for the older women that are going to appear in this documentary tonight. Those are what I mean by older, the women that were of age consent. They were 18 and over, and they willingly went with this man. If these women were young and these were little girls, I do feel bad for those young women. But I don't feel sorry for the women that were like grown and decided to be with him. I don't. That to me, that was more of a choice. But I hope that I hope you guys are going to tune in tonight so that you can tell me what you think. Please let me know if you are going to tune in tonight and what you're expecting to get out of it. I'm going to be glued to the TV tonight. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to be glued to the TV, waiting to see what everybody says, including his ex-wife, including everybody. But, it's hard not to include the late Aaliyah in this simply because she was a big part of this story. And it just illustrates that he did, in fact, have a thing for younger women. He was inappropriate with them. Now, is this woman telling the truth about Aaliyah engaging in some sexual activity with R. Kelly on the bus? I don't know. And, and Aaliyah's mom had every right to come and say, basically, don't do that to my daughter. My daughter is resting. Don't bring her up in this. But like I said, I did live during that time and things didn't look so right between them. So what do you guys think? Do you think that there is some truth to this thing? Let me know. Please tune in tonight and we're going to talk about it again tomorrow.